Y'all, it looks like the episode hasn't even aired tonight, and the ladies are already getting into it on social media. Okay. So we told you guys what yesterday about was it yesterday or the day before? I can't even remember right now. We talked about, Karen and Giselle and Robin getting into it over the whole Charrisse thing that's coming up in tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, right? So the preview is out there, and Karen had responded to it via Twitter, but now she's responded to it via her YouTube page. So for that, we're going to take things over to our friends over at TV Deets. All right. So when we look at TV Deets, we see a photo that says Karen Huger thinks Giselle and Robin are just using Charrisse to get back at her. Okay. And so again, all of this is on Karen Hugo's YouTube page. I will link to the YouTube page in the description of this video so that you guys can actually watch the video in full for yourself, where she does address this. And she's kind of doing, I guess, maybe her morning routine, in the mirror, and she's sort of giving her take on why Giselle and Robin are allegedly using Charrisse to get back at her. So she talks about how painful this whole thing is to watch, especially as it relates to her mother. And then she goes on to say basically that, Giselle has said allegedly in previous interviews that she was bringing Charrisse back to, basically do her dirty work for her. And so that's the reason why Karen thinks that Giselle and Robin are so heck bent on, Charrisse and Karen allegedly having some sort of ponderosa, having some sort of conversation, having some sort of sit down communion or whatever. And Karen is just not here for it. Now, she feels like Robin and Giselle have basically teamed up because they know that this is a way to get at Karen. All right. And so she says that, she feels like Giselle is trying to use Charrisse to besmirch her good name. However, she also says that Robin, and she says that the reason why Giselle is doing this is because Giselle wants to get back at her for calling her talking about her alleged hot box from last season, as you guys may recall from the season premiere of season 6, right? So she said that Giselle is still trying to get over that, and she's using Charrisse to get back at Karen for that. Now, she says that Robin is trying to get back at her for calling out Robin's fake ASS marriage. Okay. She does say that she could actually talk about a number of things with Robin, but she only chose to talk about that fake marriage. And so Robin and Giselle are teaming up together because they have a mutual um, uh, grudge that they're holding against Karen for previous things that Karen has either said or done. Now, she also goes on to point out that if you guys may recall, I think right before season 2 aired, and at the end of season 1, Giselle did an interview on Watch What Happens Live where she outed that Charrisse was allegedly seeing or dating a fireman. And this was apparently even, I don't know if it was supposed to be during the time of Charisse's divorce or before or some point around there. And season 2 actually kicked off with Charrisse being angry about that. And so Karen points back to that and says, you guys may recall that these two ladies weren't even really that good of friends at one point. And so she does basically say that, they're coming at her, and Giselle is using Charrisse in order to get back at Karen. And Charrisse is also following suit in this endeavor. Now, Charrisse has popped off on the screen. Okay. Charrisse has popped off, and we're going to get all the way into her response because it is posted literally right here. Okay. So I'm going to blow up the screen a little bit more so you guys can clearly see exactly what she says. So Charrisse says she can keep practicing her lies in the mirror as she prepares for the reunion, and she can keep wishing my coins would go away. They won't. Heart emoji. At the end of the day, Truly Original and Bravo can continue to clean her up to make her look like whatever her delusional mind wants to be. She makes good TV. The real reality is Karen Huger is still one of the local drunks of Potomac. Instead of thinking about me, she should think about going back to rehab and redo the program that she never completed many years ago. Happy Sunday, everyone. All right. So it's time to decipher this message. Okay. Number one, it is very interesting to actually see Charrisse engage via social media because I wouldn't have thought that Charrisse would go here on social because she's generally, or it seems to be, pretty mild mannered on social. But I guess she decided not today. Okay. Um, the points that I want to decipher are: she says, at the end of the day, Truly Original and Bravo can continue cleaning her up to make her look like whatever her delusional mind wants to be. I was wondering what she meant by cleaning her up. Um, and she says she does make good TV. Now, she does go on to say the real reality is Karen is still one of the local drunks of Potomac. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen or heard Carlos King's interview with Charrisse. But in that interview, she says that she had actually heard about Karen before she met her, and that people in the community of Potomac were allegedly saying that Karen was the local black drunk lady or something like that. It was something like the black drunk lady. That was those words were, I think, used to describe her, according to Charrisse. And so then Charrisse goes on to say, instead of thinking about me, she should think about going back to rehab to redo the program that she never completed many years ago. um, I don't know whether or not there's any truth to any of that, but Charisse took quite a swing, okay? Um, Not only in the reveal that she allegedly went to rehab, but also that she allegedly never even completed the program many years ago. Um, Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation. This went a little more left than I think I was mentally prepared for on this good Sunday afternoon. I really am in shambles a little bit right now because I am just thinking to myself, I was sitting here watching my Emily in Paris, and I looked down at the gram because I was told that this was happening, and so I said, we need to have a little ponderosa about it. Um, like I said, this is taking a sharp left turn in a direction that I didn't know that we were about to head down. It'll be interesting to see what happens on tonight's episode because I would assume that things are going to be on fire in the next day or so with this episode of Potomac that's coming on tonight. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about it down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about tonight's episode? Do you think that Karen is going to pop back off or about this whole situation? I don't know. It's getting pretty heated, but we will definitely be watching. I will definitely be asking, the necessary questions on the gram, and of course, we will be doing our review tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned in, tapped in for that. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next video.